Hello everyone, I am Mrs Esther Massey. Today I will explain you a story from the prose section of your syllabus, A Truly Beautiful Mind. This chapter is about Albert Einstein. He was a great scientist. The title of the chapter, A Truly Beautiful Mind, refers to Albert Einstein. This is a short biography of his where some of his qualities have been highlighted. Albert Einstein in mathematics and physics and also in humanitarian attributed. The title, A Truly Beautiful Mind, makes one wonder that how can a scientist's mind be beautiful? It is so because in this lesson we will come across another aspect of Einstein. He was a humanitarian. He advocated world peace, non-violence, and that is why the title refers to him as a beautiful mind. Now I will read the passage and explain it to you. Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879 in a German city of Ulm, without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seemed too much large. Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879. He was born in a city named Ulm in Germany. When he was a child, no one could predict that one day he would become a great scientist. He was like all other children. Here, freak means a word used disapprovingly to talk about a person who is unusual and doesn't behave, look or think like others. Albert's mother thought that Albert was a freak because he did not behave, talk or look like normal people did. He was different from other children of his age. He behaved abnormally. It seemed as if he had lesser intelligence in comparison to other children. Albert's mother thought that the little boy's head was a bit too big in comparison to other children's head. At the age of 2.5, Einstein still wasn't talking. When he finally did learn to speak, he uttered everything twice. Einstein did not know what to do with other children, and his playmates called him Brother Boring. So the youngsters played by himself much of the time. He especially loved mechanical toys. Looking at the newborn sister, Maja, he is said to have said, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" Albert Einstein started talking when he was 2.5 years old. Here, uttered means spoke. Finally, when Einstein started speaking, he used to repeat the words. Einstein remained to himself all the time. He used to play with himself only. From the very beginning, since his childhood, he loved mechanical toys. Such toys in which some kind of machinery was used, such as automated cars, automated airplanes. When his sister was born and he looked at her, he would not see her feet. He was wondering where the baby's wheels were. That means the feet of the baby. As Albert Einstein used to play with toys and all the toys had a set of wheels, to him, Maja seemed to be a toy too, and so he might have thought that where were her wheels? A headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession wouldn't matter because he will never make a success at anything. Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to. He later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining this skill throughout his life. The headmaster of Einstein's school told Einstein's father that Einstein would never be successful in whatever profession he chose. Here, amateur means doing something for personal enjoyment rather than a profession, something which is your hobby and you would do it as a pastime. Einstein was a very good violinist. He learned playing the violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to learn to play it. All his life he was an amateur violinist. He played the violin as a hobby, not as a profession. But Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil. He went to high school in Munich, where Einstein's family had moved when he was 15 months old, and scored good marks in almost every subject. Einstein hated the school's regimentation and often clashed with his teachers. At the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled that he left the school for good. Albert Einstein was a good student. He went to a school in Munich because his family had moved from Ulm to Munich, where he was 15 months old, and scored good marks in almost every subject. Here, regimentation means order of discipline taken to an extreme. The school where Einstein went had a very strict discipline which he disliked. Due to that, he often clashed with his teacher's opinion and opposed them. Einstein was so suffocated that school he could not follow the strict discipline, and so he left the school forever. The previous year, Albert's parents had moved to Milan and left their son with relatives. After prolonged discussion, Einstein got his wish to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland, in a city which was more liberal than Munich. When Albert Einstein had left the school, 1 year before that, his parents had moved to another city, Milan, which is in Italy. Albert was left behind in Munich with his relatives. Here, the word liberal means willing to understand and respect others' opinion. The school in Munich was very strict. Albert could not follow the discipline over there. He had a long discussion with his family, relatives, and finally his parents agreed to put him in a school in Switzerland, and the language used there for communication was German. Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics, and after finishing school, he decided to study at a university in Zurich. But science wasn't the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with the walrus mustaches. Einstein was good at studies. He was highly gifted in mathematics, so he was exceptionally good in mathematics, and he also had interest in physics. Once he finished his school, he joined the university in Zurich. Science was not the only thing that appealed to Einstein, who was a very handsome young man. Other than science, he had interest in something else also. Students, I hope you all have understood this much. We will continue this lesson in my next video. Thanks for watching.